Hi, everybody, and welcome to this short information video about the next AI program and how to launch an AI startup in Canada. My name is Simon. I'm joined with my colleague, Carlos Oliver.
Hello, Simon.
Hi there. Okay, so let's get started. Quick description of ourselves and introduction about this video. So I'm Director of Operations of NextAI Montreal. I've been there for a couple of years, and since pretty much the start of the program, and we're about to start the third year of the program in next March. We're very excited to be here. And Carlos?
Yeah, I'm a PhD student at MILA, and I've been at NextAI for almost a year now as a scientist in residence.
Exactly, and it's been fantastic working with you. I know you're really well appreciated from the ventures. So talking about the content of this video, we want to go over a few points about the NextAI program, and then talk more broadly about launching an AI venture, what works, how to get started, and why you should go in that direction. This should be about just over 10-minute video, so please bear with us. A lot of good insights hopefully will be shared in this video. All right, fantastic. So getting started very quickly, NextAI. So we're principally financed by the Ministry of Economy and Innovation of the Government of Quebec, also by partners BMO, Power Corp, and Scale AI. We're totally nonprofit, and our goal is to help the creation of AI ventures based on the research that comes out of the labs here in Quebec, to make sure that we have kind of a global impact and have positive economic and social growth for Quebec, but also the world in general. So how do we do this? It's a very intense program that lasts months, that starts next March, and through those 6 months of the program, we provide you training in both technical and business sides using with the help of a world-class curriculum, including several MILA professors. You get $25,000 in non-dilutive funds for your venture. You get access to top AI scientists and residents. You get free office space in the MILEx should the pandemic situation allow it. You get over $500,000 worth of value from our in-kind partners, and you get matched with a corporate strategic mentor or mentors that will help you develop your business as fast as possible. In terms of what we're looking for teams of NextAI, we're looking for teams that are at idea or early stage ventures, meaning you do not need to have revenue when you start a program. You don't need to have raised the money. You don't even need to be incorporated. We'll help you to do that. You just need to have a team of strong individuals with a passion to solve a given problem, with good technical expertise, with some business insight within the team, and hopefully have some industry subject matter expertise as well. We're generally looking for teams of 2-3 people. This is kind of a guideline. It's not like a clear limitation, but we're looking for teams that have business and technical expertise and that are willing to work full-time on their project from March onwards. We're looking for business models that will be socially responsible, but that will also be massively scalable with a big potential impact. Some of our faculty, I mentioned quite a lot of courses that are available to the startups. So, in both economic and business track, we have Joel and Joshua, who are teachers of the program, but also Ajay Agrawal, who's a business prof in Toronto, and Huang Lu. Our mentors, so we have about 60 strategic mentors in Montreal that are really there to open doors for you, give you advice on how to move forward your business. They have a lot of experience, and one venture sometimes has 1, 2, 3 mentors that will providing different kinds of advice for you to move forward. So a lot of resources, a lot of effort from a lot of people to make sure that you're going to develop yourself as an entrepreneur and that you'll have a higher chance of success with your business. All right, so giving the floor now back to my colleague.
Thanks, Simon. So I guess I just wanted to share some general insights I had after working pretty closely with about 6 or 7 startups for this past program of 6 months. And I would say overall, the big takeaway that I came up with was that a lot of the muscles that you develop as a researcher in academia end up transferring very well to early stage startups. So if Simon, do the next slide. Sorry. Yeah. So what I found very nice was that some pretty some skills you develop as a researcher translate super well. So for example, not being afraid to stand on the shoulders of giants, as they say, make sure that you're still keeping up with a lot of the latest research, make sure that you're providing the most innovative possible solution to the problem. And that often means being open to getting in touch with experts, obviously the ones at NextAI are huge resources, but also going beyond that and looking at potential clients and being really willing to understand your data and face all the nuances of the problem. So overall, having like a good sense of curiosity is a super huge asset. As well as being very keen on measuring your success. So something very important, which makes sure you're always making sure you can quantify how well you're doing. And given that, making sure that you start simple and build up your solution from the bottom up. So this is obviously a really important asset that I came up with. And finally, and I would say most importantly, is having the desire to really communicate your technology, being enthusiastic about presenting it, and getting in touch with people that also have strong communication skills, and keeping that in mind when hiring, as well as being passionate about coming up with new ideas. So at the early stages, often it's a lot of brainstorming and trying to see which new directions we can go in. So being a really strong team player is, again, keeping an open mind is something huge. And I think any successful researcher in artificial intelligence or in science should have those skills and would be really happy to apply them at NextAI. And with that, I'll pass it back to Simon, if that sounded good to you, with more details.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Carlos. So, moving forward, and this is great insight. Again, like based on this, a lot of people then ask us, okay, well, that's fine, but I've never done a startup before. I'm a little bit scared, like I don't know where to get started, like what are the steps? So here are 4 like concrete things that you can do that will help you get started. First thing, try to find a co-founder. It's super hard to do a startup. It's even harder to do it alone. Let's say you have a technical background, like you keep your eyes open for business background people who could work with you, who would share your passion, and who would be interested in going in this project with you. Basically, it's about making a complementary team that you can really share the workload with. If you don't know where to start for looking for such a person, please know that we have a talent platform. We call it Founder Matching Platform that is available. It's free. You can connect if you like, and try to browse and find business or technical people that you can talk to about completing your team. Second thing is make sure you're solving a real problem. So talk to people, try to get some what we call market validation to make sure that your solution that you're proposing is a real solution that people are actually willing to pay for, and it's not just a nice to have or something that they don't really need. One thing that we usually say is fall in with the problem, not the solution. And that's because you'll probably have to pivot, you have to change your solution over time, and you'll have to adapt with whatever the market tells you. But your skills as a technical person are really key for being able to do this adaptation and for providing relevant solutions. Third step, if you want to start putting things down on paper, draft a business plan. So there's lots of resources online for this. One of them is called the Business Model Canvas. You can find lots of videos about this if you search on YouTube, and this will help you structure your idea and see if it makes any kind of business sense. And then so if you want to get some specific help and advice from the NextAI team, please know that we have several events coming up for December. We have office hours as well, so you're free to just sign up and talk to some of the staff and get advice on both business and technical aspects of your ventures should you want to move forward. All right, so that's it for kind of like some hints. In terms of the program timeline, applications for the 2021 cohort of NextAI are open until December 13th. It will be possible to do the program remotely in 2021, so be aware of this as well. The program will start in March and go until the end of September 2021. So if you want to apply, go to nextai.ca before December 13th so you can submit your application. All right, that's it. So any final words based on this, Carlos?
Yeah, I hope to see a lot of my colleagues at NextAI next year. And I would say NextAI is a great fit, having been in both worlds, and I'm looking forward to seeing the next cohort.
All right, awesome. Thank you so much. All right, guys.
Thanks.